cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, today's show was inspired by the multi-talented actress, Keke Palmer. The actress played in several hit movies such as Achilles and the Bee, opposite Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett, The Long Shot, opposite O'Shea Jackson Sr., aka Ice Cube, and most recently, One of Them Days, opposite Selena Amani Rowe, aka SZA, just to name a few. With that being said, Keke Palmer had a recent interview on Sirius XM with Beverly Smith, not Beverly, Beavy Smith. So she talked about the pressure that powerful women face in the dating world, and that they are expected to date men who earn as much as them, if not more than them. And she said, nobody cares if a man finds a woman under a bridge. Frankly, I don't care. If you love who you love, you just love who you love, right? And so she actually used Oprah Winfrey and Stedman as an example to prove her point. She was like, you know, Oprah makes more money than Stedman and more powerful than Stedman, you know, but it's just weird to me that powerful women have to date a man that makes more money than her, or at least equivalent the money to her. And she said, what I'm supposed to do, I'm just supposed to sit around and wait for love or try to find love, and he got to have a certain amount of money. So basically, she finds that kind of weird, that powerful women with money, they're looked at differently if they date down financially.
Let me step in. I think that's to each his own, because you got some women out here that, you know, they're gonna be successful, they're gonna make the money, you know. And here's the thing, there's men out here that make just equivalent or more, but do y'all match personality wise? You know, I think that's the big difference, because the personality of somebody that, and I'm gonna just use this, that grinds hard, you know, work wise to make the money. A lot of times the ones that make that type of money are, you know, don't really have time to do nothing else but make the money. So there could be a difference in that area with a man that's got some money and a woman that's got some money, because they both outside doing what they have to do to get the money to bring it in. So that may not always be the best way to think about dating, you know. And I think, as you said earlier, if you love who you love, it doesn't matter how much money they make or how much money you make, because y'all can put together and make something.
Yeah, I think what she's trying to say, though, is that, you know, a man, and we always got to use this six figure deal, right? Mm-hmm. If a man is making six figures and he go get a woman that ain't making nothing,
a waitress
at McDonald's,
ain't making nothing, it's okay. Society don't look at that all jacked up. It's okay. But if a woman is making six figures and she falls in love with that McDonald's worker, it's more pressure on her. They'll talk about that woman. They'll say, what she's doing. He ain't making nothing, and she's lowering her standards. But hey, I'm in love. I think that this is a great guy.
Now,
so it's a lot of it's more pressure on women versus men.
And if it's a woman or a friend that's telling her that to the person that she like, because he don't have the money, she still want to date him, and your friend is telling you why you're not dating the guy that makes the type of money, that's not your friend.
Yeah. Well, it's society.
Yeah, and
she's saying that society as a whole,
and that's what I mean. Society shouldn't matter when it comes to a relationship. Society has no room in a relationship and that's the problem why some relationships don't last now, because society is involved, or they worried about what's going on in society. Society ain't supposed to be in your relationship. A relationship is between two people. Society is all of us. We ain't all in the same bed together.
I totally agree with you, Slash. I think people start to have problems once they allow what society is saying,
right,
to dictate their relationship. Now, you have to keep in mind, this is a totally different society that we live in 2025, because 50 years ago we were used to the man making more money, but now women are doing a lot of things that men are doing and making the type of money that men are making now. So you have a lot of women that make those six figures that they once were expecting that man to make. Now, whether or not you have a man out there that has the attitude or the mentality or the will to be with the woman that makes more than him is also a question, because I don't have a problem if my woman would make more money than me. Like Slash said, it's two people that's forming one union, and y'all put it all together and y'all making it a bigger pot. So if you leave society and outsiders out your business, then you probably can get along further in life together, in whatever your dreams could be.
Now, in the time that the relationships that I've seen where a woman is making a lot of money and the man is not, or is not making as much as her. First of all, women are hypergamous by nature. They're always looking to upgrade.
Hold up, bro.
They want somebody to
They
make
what?
Hypergamous, which means they are looking to upgrade. They want something better. They want to always upgrade at all time. They ain't trying to sit idle. You get what I'm saying? So they could be dating a guy making 100,000. If they think they can find another dude that's making 300,000, they're gonna go with that one. So they're gonna always looking to upgrade. So if they're making the most money, they're gonna date a guy they can kind of boss around, so to speak,
because they have the money.
Yeah, because they got the money. So they'll date a guy they can boss around and tell what to do, and sort of like a beta man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why I said if the man has a strong enough will, he wouldn't put up with that, and he would be able to say, speak his mind. But
you can't speak your mind if you ain't bringing in no paper.
Well,
you gotta kind of bite your tongue. Especially if she providing everything.
It's a lot comes with a woman that provides everything, and this is what the guy got to understand before he get involved with that.
It's a lot that comes with it, but it shouldn't be no different than if the man was.
You would think that.
You would think.
I'm saying it should be the exact same.
I agree. Yeah. Now, here's my thought of a woman making more money than a man if there's some unstabilization in the relationship. She's got the money, so she's probably paying for a lot of stuff, and I'm not even talking about rent, lights. I'm not talking about bills.
Yeah,
I'm talking about just personal stuff. She's probably buying his clothes, the stuff that he wears. He's not able to pick out his own shit.
Exactly.
She's doing it. Now, if he's okay with that, it ain't my business.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, so I got a question. So let's say it's a man who makes more than a woman, and she goes and buy her clothes. He pays for everything. He got all this stuff. Is he picking out her clothes, or is she doing it?
I doubt it. I'm guaranteeing if it's a man paying for it, she's got the credit card to go get
Exactly.
what she wants.
Okay, so
she's shopping online.
So if it's a woman that makes all the money. You don't think that she would allow that man to pick
It's
out his
possible,
clothes?
but most of them gonna bring. Hey,
Yeah,
I got
don't
you
like
some
you in that.
pants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you what I
I'ma
like.
buy you what I like
in.
to see you exactly.
See, men don't do that unless they are controlling and want to buy you the sexiest dress because they know that they want to see you wear this to a certain event. But I think women have more a control issue when they make more money than the man, because now I'm not gonna give you my credit card and let you go do what you want to do. Now there may be some that do that, and that's fine, and it's okay even if she's bringing the stuff for the guy or vice versa. And if they okay with that, that's fine. But you know at this point that is a controlling factor in a relationship that allows and opens up the door for other stuff that can be considered disrespectful in a relationship. So again, if he or she is okay with the fact that their spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend is doing majority of it, and they okay with that, and they dealing with whatever this person have to say, it ain't my business. But if you don't like the situation that you in because your spouse make more money and take care of more of the stuff that then you need to figure out something else. But don't let society tell you what you need to do. That's amongst yourself. If you may not be able to do it in the time because society already on your ass. You ain't got no time.
Yeah.
But if you're not worried about society, you got time to get it together. Talk to your spouse. Say, hey, you know what? I understand. You buy stuff. You buy, and I like some of the stuff. Cause what if you don't like the clothes the woman buying you?
You can't even say nothing. I'm gonna tell you. Usually, when a woman is making the most money, or making majority, or or even all the money, the majority of the time, not all the time, they won't put their dick up. They acting like the man. They trying to run things like the man because they're making that type of money.
I've heard a woman say before that in their country, where she's from, it's about them taking care of the man is what makes them look good to society.
Right.
See, society is in her business.
Yeah.
Which is why she's trying to go above
please
and
society.
beyond.
Right.
But see, for me, you can't do that because guess what? I'm going to get up and go get it regardless.
Yep.
So, question, fellas, if you guys are making all the bread in your relationship, you guys wouldn't have that I pay the cost to be the boss mentality?
No, I don't think I would.
Nah.
And I'm not saying that because we on the air. I'm saying that because of my personality. I wouldn't mind taking care of stuff, and I don't have a want to control you situation because
you
feel what I'm saying? Because if I'm allowing myself to do this for you, it's because I feel a certain way about you, and that comes from the heart. It's not coming from a place where I want to control you. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of relationship. A controlled relationship from a man to a woman is, I'm gonna buy everything, I'm gonna take you everywhere. You don't have no car, although I got all this money, but I ain't bought you no car because I don't want you going nowhere on your own. I want to take you. I'm in control of everything you do. Every piece of clothes you wear, I bought that. Now.
Yeah, and that's the same for me, man. I don't have that. That's not my personality.
Nah.
If I make more money than you, and I'm not paying the cost to be the boss.
Nah, I'm just taking
I'm
care of the
not treating
household.
you like property and
Yeah.
no shit like that.
I'm
and
just
bossing
taking
you
care
around. No.
taking care of what needs to be taken care of.
Right.
That's it.
So when it comes to the money, yeah, I'm the same way. The only time I would probably take control, well, not probably would, is if you're the type of woman that'll just go out on a random Tuesday and go buy a $3,000 Chanel bag
Just for no reason.
then we got a problem.
Frivolous spending.
Yeah, frivolous spending. There you go.
Yeah.
But if you shopping, if I say, okay, here's $1,000 to go shopping,
And you shop casually.
and you shop and you come back with 2 pair of pants and 1 blouse with $1,000,
You're supposed to have 40, 50 items.
So
Exactly.
That's where if you're the guy that's making all of the money and you got it like that, that's where allowance comes in.
Yeah,
Right.
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
And that's okay to do that, and I think that's probably the best way that it should be done, depending on your income monthly, is what your spouse, whatever you give your spouse should be a percentage of that. I think, as long as you taking care of all the bills and stuff first.
Yeah.
And then whatever else, you know what I'm saying?
You allow
right. After you've taken care of everything, then you have this allowance set. You know, my wife needs such and such money every week because I know, you know, if we got kids, we got to pay the daycare.
So,
you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all, fellas, because man, it sounds as if that if a man was the breadwinner, the sole breadwinner, that y'all think that he would be less controlling than a female. If she was the sole breadwinner, she would be more controlling.
Possibly.
I'd say so. Don't get me wrong. There will be instances where the man is. I mean, there's some controlling men out there, but when you have a woman that is the sole breadwinner, she, like I said before, won't put her dick up. Not, I guess it's because of the mode that she's in. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the provider. I pay all the bills. I do this. If she have kids, I take care of the kids. So in her mind, it's, you know, I have to do everything. And so for a man to come into that situation making less, it still makes her feel like I still got to provide because he ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay, so here's the $1 million question. When you say that, what woman do you have in mind? Do you have a black woman, an Asian woman, Hispanic?
Well, right now it's just any Western woman, period.
I can only speak from a black woman's perspective, being that that's all I pretty much dated, and know more of, rather than, you know, the Hispanic community or, you know, the Caucasian community or whatever. But I just feel like there are some black women, and the women race alone operate off of emotional standards. So if something's not right for them to feel a certain way, then they have an issue with, you know. So when she buy the pair of jeans that I don't like, hey, I don't wear skinny jeans, I don't know how she's gonna take that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's, you know what, but that's what I find interesting. Not to say that you're wrong, but what I find interesting is that y'all think, or y'all think that if a woman who makes more money will go out and be shopping for you and kind of like bossing you around, telling you what to wear and how you
Puppet
should
master.
dress.
Yeah, that's their whole approach to it.
Yeah, the word submissive wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be present.
In that relationship,
yeah.
she wouldn't be submissive to
No.
if she made more money.
Exactly. How can she be submissive?
I don't think so. I think
That's an interesting point, but I agree. I feel the percentage of women is a high percentage, definitely over 50% that have that mentality.
Oh yeah, man. I just think the mentality of a woman that makes that type of money and feeling as if her man doesn't, I think it automatically puts her in a I have to type of situation, which of course indulges more emotion, because now is I think I have to do this for him, and if he don't like what I'm doing, he's not being appreciative. I'm gonna be upset if you don't like these skinny jeans.
Exactly.
I ain't got time for that.
I think that holds true if she makes all the money, not if she makes most. Because if he does bring some type of income, you know, I think it
Right. Because if he's bringing in some income, here's the way I think that should go. Let's just say the woman makes the majority of the money. He got a job. He don't make as much as her. Okay, so I feel he should contribute to the household at some point. And I think she should contribute more towards the household. That way he can buy his own clothes.
Okay, so check this out.
Or, you know, just personal stuff.
So y'all know that I said at the beginning of the show this was inspired by Keke Palmer, right?
yeah.
So let me paint this picture. The guy works at a bank. He's a bank teller. Throw out a salary y'all think a bank teller would earn.
$45,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
50,000
no
a
more
year.
than 50,000, about 50,000 a year.
Yeah. No more than that.
Okay, now That's what he does. He's a bank teller. He meets an actress who earns $1 million a movie. And she's been in 20 movies.
In how many years?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
She's been in
She
20
did.
movies.
She made
She's been
$20 million.
She made,
So she's made $20 million.
yeah. And of course after taxes and all that.
Right.
So she got at least 10 million.
At least 10 million.
Yeah. So she's a millionaire a few times over.
Right.
She's attracted to him. She knows he's a bank teller and everything. Do you think that he would have any kind of say in the relationship?
Yeah, if she like him, yeah. If she chose him, he's got a lot to say. Because now it's not about what she thinks she should do, it's how she thinks she should treat him. Because she like him. And then if he treats her right, then her mind is not going to go nowhere towards what she think he need to be doing.
So he gets to shop for himself.
He gets to do whatever he wants.
So
now.
do you actually think he will get a chance to run her money or even be on her bank account?
I think
I'm just saying, call shots with her money.
I think if she's the right personality and the right person for him and vice versa,
This
he's the
day
right
and
for her,
time. This day and time.
I think she'll give him
An
access.
allowance.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll get an allowance.
Kind of allowance, same thing.
Yeah.
I think she'll give him access to what he needs to take care of what he needs for himself. You know,
with his money, in addition
In
to
addition
using
with him
his money,
being able to use his
whatever-
money.
for
Yeah.
the-
so y'all actually think a woman will give
There's
a
some women
man
out there.
full access?
Yeah.
I'm just
Not
saying.
full.
Think about this.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Full access.
So
No.
think about this. And we did this before earlier in the show. Put yourself in that position where you the millionaire and you got a wife. She's a bank teller. She make the money. You're gonna take care of most of the home expenses.
Oh yeah, all the bills gonna
Right,
be paid.
but that doesn't make her less share of being in this house, doing what she need to do in this house, or being the, what do you call it? Not running the house, but
Homemaker.
Homemaker. That doesn't give her less percentage because you paying more.
But
So she still, but you still gonna let her make her bank teller money and shop, and you still might say, well, I think let me pay your car note. If I can't do nothing else for you, let me pay your car note and these bills and the rest of the money you make, whatever you're going to do, that's fine. But I think that he or she, if that's the case and you really involved with this person, then these are some of the steps you need to take. Do some extra, financially. That way the other person can still be financially stable, because when this relationship over, they ain't shit out of luck and ain't got nothing because they done spent all their money on the house that you finna put them out of.
So what I've seen, and this is when I used to go to the casinos a lot, I would see men hit at the casinos and go break it to their wives. But on the other hand, I've seen women hit
And stuff the money in the bottom of their purse.
Yeah, don't tell.
Don't tell nobody.
So in that situation, I think a lot of hidden money will be not shared with the banker that's making $50,000.
Well,
a year.
how can I hide it if you know I'm a millionaire?
No, I mean she residuals. He probably don't know nothing about that. He's a banker. Residuals from a movie, a check that come in. Oh, I ain't gonna tell my husband about this or my boyfriend about this.
And
or
you know
whatever.
what?
I think a lot of
And I'ma
hidden
tell you
money
something.
that he wouldn't know about will be hidden.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
That's okay for me.
Yeah, I agree.
If you got residual money, I don't know nothing about.
Why they haven't?
I ain't got nothing to do with your money. You made that money, and vice versa.
As your wife.
That's okay.
Oh wow.
That's okay. But you know why? Because the household's still being ran the same way. It's not taken out of me, and I'm not taking from you.
Okay.
I
You know
wouldn't
what I
look at
mean?
it as being hidden either. If it's not being exposed that this money was made. I mean, because again, she's already a millionaire more than two times over. as Freddie
She's
G
got
mentioned.
several streams
So,
of income.
Yeah, that hidden money is not affecting anything.
I don't know.
wouldn't care.
I'm gonna be a terrible husband because I'm gonna share everything. I'm sorry.
And that's fine.
I'm sharing
check it
everything.
out.
Yeah.
So, again, I mentioned that the show was inspired by Keke Palmer, and so she mentioned Oprah and Stedman as an example. And I think that what happens is that, and she also mentioned society for the
Right.
most part,
Right.
because society is okay with a guy with a lot of money, let's say an athlete, that's dating a waitress. Society is okay with that.
Right.
That athlete making millions, date this waitress, they're not really tripping. Society
That's what
ain't
got
tripping.
OJ caught up.
However, well, his temper got him caught up. but if a woman goes and she's a professional, let's say fame. I think fame plays a part of it all too. Like if you are an actress or a singer or whatever you are that brought fame to your career, for your career, and you're making these millions and you date a nobody, a person that's not rich or famous, then society would say that, oh, she could do better.
And you know what too? Society gonna have something to say even when two actors get together. They still gonna have something to say. Whether y'all can make the same amount of money, as each other make. You can both be millionaires, and society still gonna have something to say. So I think it's the society part that's got everything screwed up. If you keep the society out of your shit and stop worrying about what society think is right, because everything that's in society God didn't create, and that's what we got to remember. He didn't make it for everybody to say this is how it should be. No, it's each individual, and that's a conversation each individual have to have. If I got a woman that make more money than me, we need to sit down and have a conversation. Look, I don't make that much, but this is what I can do. I don't mind contributing to whatever I need to contribute to, but at the end of the day, if I contribute like this, then when it come down to, I ain't got nothing in my pocket. And if you satisfied with me not having nothing in my pocket because we've had this initial conversation, now it's on me what I decide to do. If you okay with me not having no money in my pocket after I contributed to the household and you making the millions, then I don't need to fuck with you in the first place. You ain't the right chick. Because you want me to be broke.
What do you guys think about society thinks about stay-at-home dads?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know.
What does society say about stay-at-home dads?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's something that's new. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the show, how, we're definitely in a different society than we was, 30, 40 years ago. And you just see a lot of more stay-at-home dads nowadays than we saw, back in the past. And I think that kind of ties into this show, because if you're a stay-at-home dad, then you would have to think that the woman is making majority of the money, if not all.
That's exactly what that means.
Yeah,
but he's doing his part by staying at home and taking care of the house.
So you're saying that society looks at stay-at-home dads as deadbeats? Or is that what you're saying? Because
I'm not saying they look at them as deadbeats.
You want to know what society thinks.
Now, I'm with K Money, but here's where I'm looking from the standpoint I'm looking at that from. With him being a stay-at-home dad, maybe he's the dad that's already retired. You know what I mean? And she's still working because she's 10 years younger than him. Does that give is it okay for society to say he's a deadbeat? No. This man worked all his did his time. She's just younger and she's still going.
Yeah.
He getting whatever his benefits is or whatnot, I don't think that's why I say society got a lot of stuff screwed up if we, consistently worried about society. Even though society does matter. I'm not saying it don't matter, but the chatter from the society don't matter.
Yeah, you know what? You said it best a little earlier, Slash. You used a 4-letter word that started with an S and ended with a T. You said keep society out your, and what was that word you used?
Man, you got me. That's been earlier in the show. My mind don't work that.
Shit.
I'm shit.
Keep society out your shit.
K Money on top of this thing, man.
Well, you said it best, K Money. Peace. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.